Now, I appreciate when you guys look at this, you might think, hang on a minute, that's not a dream shop. But for me, this is my dream shop. It might be smaller than I would like. It might be older and wetter and damper than I would like. But it's what I have the ability to produce, what I have the ability to pay for. Good morning, world. Welcome back to Deer Valley. As you can see, winter has finally arrived here. A little taste of it anyway. It's supposed to be like this all week, going down to about -10 by the end of the week. The goal today is just to take off the formwork, take off all the plastic covering it, and just see if it's worked. If it has worked, then we'll put some beams up and we'll try to start getting those level. And if I'm being realistic about it, I probably should wait until April, May, when the weather gets better. If you don't try, you don't get. And if you want to get, you got to try. And I apologize for the camera. I'm sure you can hear the wind more than you can hear me. The new microphones are ordered. They will be here hopefully sometime this week, and then you can go back to being able to hear me almost properly. So the main plan today is to take off this formwork and just check on the condition of this beam. It's been on there 3 days now, so it's fine to take the formwork off, and it should be pretty obvious if any of the rain or frost did any damage to the beam or not. My fingers are really crossed on this one. If it is damaged, and if the rain did damage it, or the cold weather damaged it, then it'll pretty much be game over for this project for now, because it's due to be minus temperatures for at least the next 10 days. So, fingers crossed. So, the real question here is, did I get the concrete down far enough? And did I get enough bubbles out of the concrete? We don't want too many air pockets down at the bottom. Let's find out together. Alright, well, that's the beam uncovered. In some areas, it's worked out really nicely. It's come all the way down, and when we do a final kind of skim coat, it's going to look quite good. In a few other areas though, I definitely made some mistakes when I was trying to get the concrete to come further down. There shouldn't be too many gaps, and they're not huge, but they're still a little bit bigger than I would have hoped for. I'm going to take the plastic off the other side and see if we can't cut some beams to put on top of these guys. They'll just be parallel, but I think it's unlikely. I was once dared to jump in the Baltic in December, and I did, foolishly. I managed to swim about 5 meters before I completely seized up. And of course I'm still here, so I didn't drown, but it wasn't a great situation for sure. So the idea is just to keep working along as far as I can get today. On the other side, I'm not attaching them yet. I'm about half a degree out of square, and so I'm thinking to use the OSB boards as the square. So I can put the first OSB board on, check that it's 100% square, and then nail down the other ends. At the moment we've got 5 beams up out of 13. We've been out here for about 2.5-3 hours. I think I've kind of got it sussed now. In the end it was 14 beams, not 13. I'm pretty happy because when we went to the wood shop, I said to the man, I'm like, I need 20 beams. And B, my partner, looked at me and she was like, take 22. And I was like, no, I don't think I need to. And she's like, take 22. I miscalculated. I needed 21, not 20, so she has saved me, even though she's away at sea. That is all of the beams up. That was the target for today. Well, that was the optimistic target for today. And this is what I love about the guineas. This noise that they make is just incredible. It's very funny. Anytime one of them escapes, they all go crazy and give it the noise so that I know they've escaped. So they basically tell on each other. Is that not just the coolest thing? It's amazing. Today and tomorrow to try and get this roof on. After that, it's gonna snow for 7 days. It's forecast pretty heavy snow this time, not just snow showers. So there's a small snow shower forecast for today, but so far it's very light. So we're gonna clean some snow off. We're gonna try and finish the blocking. And if we manage to get that done, we might even try and throw up a few sheets of OSB this afternoon as well. As you can see, we had a cheeky centimetre of snow, nothing too dramatic. And it's all still very loose and not frozen on too hard, so I'm just going to go for it. Alright guys, we're making progress, straightening these beams out and throwing up to OSB boards to basically use as a big square to make sure that everything is in line. As you can see, I have a few adjustments to make on these beams to bring them all into a nice line. quite good progress. It's been about an hour and a half. It's currently 2 o'clock and we have about 80-90% of the roof on. Unfortunately, that was the easy part. What I need to do now is go along all of these beams, nailing them down. Can you see the snow? It's very gentle. It looked like it was going to be much stronger, but it's not so bad. Oh, time for an update. We are all nailed down. We have just under half the blocking in place on this end. And we have, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 more to do. Once that's done, I'm going to try and put the last strip of OSB on. But, and I think you'll be able to see it, it is snowing. I don't think it's going to last too long. I don't think it's going to be too heavy. There's not much snow at the moment, but I think if I put you guys down, you might be able to see that it's just slowly building up. Wish me luck. Well, we've got about 30 minutes before dark. The snow has stopped, which is a bonus. All of our blocking is in, down the lane. All of these beams are secured down. I've cut the last 3 panels, which need to go on here. So I'm going to put those on now. We have the roof up, most of it. It's got dark. I've run out of camera batteries. So I'm going to call it quits for the night. I'm going to tidy up, put all my rubbish away, put all my tools away. And we'll start again fresh in the morning. It looks like that was maybe the last of the snow for the evening, so fingers crossed there won't be a roof full of snow in the morning. Well, that is the ends cut. I think they're fairly good. I'm not too worried because I know that you're never going to see them and they're going to be covered by some boards coming down. So I think they're pretty straight. When we see this camera angle, we'll know if they were or not. But let's have a look. Well, I don't know how the front looks yet, but I can see these ones and these ones. These ones I am very happy with. Okay, we're going to try and get this fabric laid. Okay, we've got about half the underlay down. Underlay. That's stuck in my head for some reason. I'm gonna cut this end, put the next one down, and then the last one is gonna be a half strip. I think I'm gonna have to do it in two. We're gonna risk it for a biscuit. That's what we call a win. We have done it. This stuff is good for up to a month in the sun, and that was all that was left. Maybe 2 square meters. So we calculated that pretty close, but we are there. Check it out. For me, it's a thing of beauty. This gives us an extra 28 square meters of inside dry space, and we are so short on inside dry space, it's unbelievable. Even the barn at the end, the roof is slowly collapsing. On a good storm it gets wet in there. Alright guys, we're up on the roof. All of the metal is down. My friend is still here helping me out, and he's not keen to be on the camera, so you won't see him, but the metal is down, and we're just starting to put the lines of screws in all the way down there. Alright team, we have a roof. Check this bad boy out. Look at that. We are all screwed down. We are all square. Everything went off without a hitch. We have a small 3 centimeter overhang all the way around, which is where the next layer of cladding will go, and the roof will just cover that nicely. And then there will be a metal, like a finishing, I don't know what you call it, a V, a plate, corner, I don't know. But there will be another finishing that comes on just to make sure it stays waterproof. This was the job that would hold us up for the whole winter. With this roof on, it means I can continue to work on everything else inside. I can do the windows, the doors, the concrete floor. Obviously there's a lot of finishing work to do still, but with this bit done, we are winning. Well team, that's it for this week. The roof is up. I couldn't be happier. All the rest of the jobs are going to get started. I'm going to spend the rest of the week cleaning up this mess. It's bricks, tar from the roof, old wood, you name it, and it's all frozen into a nasty mess in the bottom of the garage. I'm not going to bore you with it, but that's what I'm going to be up to. I'll see you guys next week.